Western Australia and Queensland are still the leaders on population growth in Australia in terms of percentage increases, but Victoria is number one in terms of the increase in population numbers. Population growth is not the most important factor in real estate, but it can be a major metric worth considering. And the best source of that information comes usually from id.com.au website. Their latest report analyses national population data as at March 2025, and there's lots of interesting insights. Victoria is the state that has grown the most, adding 125,000 people to its population in 12 months. Now, most of that growth has come from overseas migration, which was responsible for 93,000 new residents. The state actually lost population through interstate migration, but the numbers of overseas migrants were so big that its population grew more than any other state or territory. New South Wales added 102,000 people to its numbers in the year to March, slightly ahead of Queensland's 99,000. New South Wales also lost through interstate migration. They lost 27,000 residents through that source, but added 97,000 through new residents from overseas. The fastest growing states, which means the ones with the highest percentage rises, continue to be Western Australia and Queensland. Both get a substantial lift from overseas migrants, but also from interstate migrants. Indeed, they're the only ones growing from internal migrants. The other 6 states and territories are losing population from people packing up and relocating to Queensland in particular, and also Western Australia. So the id.com.au report says Queensland is the state least reliant on overseas migration due to the high interstate migration. It has a net interstate migration for the year of just over 24,000 people, which was more than twice as much as WA, the next highest, at a little bit under 12,000. The national average growth for the year under review was 1.6%, but Western Australia grew 2.3% and Queensland 1.8%, and Victoria also exceeded that national average growth rate. Every state and territory increased by at least 1.1% during the year, with the exception of Tasmania, which rose just 0.2%. And were it not for overseas migrants, the Tasmanian population would have decreased in the year to March. And were it not for overseas migrants, the New South Wales population would have grown by only about 4,000 people in the year, because the loss from interstate migrants almost equalled the national increase. The same is true for the ACT. Without a substantial boost from overseas migrants, the Canberra population would have grown by only about 1,400. Looking at that third source of population growth, natural increase, Victoria led there as well, topping New South Wales, even though New South Wales had a larger population. It's interesting to note that the Australian population increased by 107,000 from natural increase, but by 316,000 from overseas migration during the year. And for the record, the national population is now 27.54 million, growing by 423,357 people over the year. 77% of the national population resides in the 3 big eastern states, New South Wales, Victoria and Queensland, and they also accounted for 77% of the growth in national population over the year.